My throat is getting itchy.
Good morning and welcome to the Moopsyverse, where we are Chris and I are discussing the nature of allergies and why I cough from allergies. I think I get the same thing with the runny nose, watery eyes, but what happens is it's like in the back of my throat, back of my nose, and it's just itchy and ugh.
Yeah, but that never causes me to cough. But
Makes me
anyway,
cough.
people have different reactions. So
Well, you're wrong. You're supposed to cough.
no, you're wrong. You're supposed to sneeze.
Yeah. Well, today it's making me cough, so I'm there. Hi, my star. Yes. Go lurk. Be that way. That's fine.
Oh, I have to reroll an endeavor because I ain't doing that. We're ground.
Oh, well, I have disruptor damage on the ground, captain's on the ground, but I have 30 Borg ship.
Ooh. Yummy.
Yep, so we got something good out of this one. And 30 ships, to me, is justification for running guillotine.
Ships, whatever, and kinetic damage, whatever. So.
Okay, we got some good stuff here. Things we can do. I hope everybody's having a good morning today. We got a commercial coming in a couple of minutes, so I won't start anything until we get that commercial done. And I actually got a check from Twitch for our work for the last, 6 months. Because they won't send you a check till you cross the $50 range. I finally broke $50. Woo! Didn't claim event prize yesterday, so lost a day of dilithium. Yeah, no, don't miss a day of dilithium. Dilithium good. I think that the lithium thing might still be on. Too. It's supposed to have ended yesterday, but it was still running last night. So we can see. Doesn't show me there.
I'm going to do the daily as well.
Oh, I have to do the daily too, so we got some stuff to do here.
Yeah.
Somebody said Phoenix Prize was still running, but it's not. I checked that first.
Meanwhile, me completely missing it out because I completely forgot.
Yeah, I usually forget.
Not that it matters, it's just a single box that never gives you anything, whatever.
Well, I planted a tune on Drazana, so it was easier to just walk over there, do it, and not have to actually think. Because thinking in the morning is not my forte. Thinking lately is not my forte. I am just... there's a phrase for when you have too much stuff in front of you and you wind up not doing anything called analysis paralysis. And I'm at that point in my existence where it's just like, I have so much to do, I can't do anything.
Do you have an ADHD or something?
Pardon?
Do you have an ADHD or something?
It is an ADHD type thing. It's super low level.
I mean, the ADHD is a spectrum. It's not a binary. You have it or you don't have it.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. Well, I don't know if it's ADHD or it's ADD. It might be more ADD. Because there's not the hyperactivity involved with it. But, yeah, I also have other issues which I find to be really interesting in that if I'm talking to somebody and they say, how are you doing? I will just respond with, fine. And then I have to go into my mental checklist of, okay, at this point you're supposed to respond by going, how are you doing? So it's one of those normal human interactions. I have to go look at the checklist and go, okay, this is when you say this. Versus everybody else in my family who are, gregarious and outgoing and wonderful people. And they just go into this stuff naturally. And I'm just so much in awe of people who can do it without having to think. I can't do that. But I don't know if that's autism or weirdness or ADD, or just, hey, all of our brains kind of function at different levels. But I thought maybe I was the only one who had to do that. And my dad, when my mom passed away, found she had a checklist of things, like the birthday checklist. So-and-so's birthday is coming up, and because it's at the beginning of the month and she'll forget to buy the card, she buys the card, and maybe it's marked down there, buy so-and-so's birthday card on the 25th, write the message, and mail it by the 27th. And he was really grateful to find things like that. And then he found out she's got this complete checklist of what to do for Christmas, because she would forget that Christmas was coming up until it hit. So it's nice to know I wasn't the only person having issues like that sometimes.
Yeah. It's comforting knowing you're not alone in that.
Yeah. I mean, it's more common these days for people to be upfront with all that stuff.
Yeah, it's the people say, "Oh, it's becoming popular." No, people just start to speak about it
Yeah,
because it's not frowned upon,
yeah,
and you
yeah,
shouldn't like
exactly.
come up with, "Oh, this is just a phase," or like it's popular. No, people just speak about it. Don't frown upon it just because you
Good.
don't have it. Just be glad.
Ezzy Shade is rating us with a party of 8. Good. Excuse me, party of 9. Good morning, Ezzy. Welcome aboard. We got an ad coming in about a minute, and then we'll start doing some gameplay after that. Yeah, you're right. It's not that it's popular; it's that it's diagnosable, and it's not that it's a thing. It's just we know it's a thing now. It's not the weird outliers. It's really common, but that's the
It's just
same
what
with
more widely known.
a lot of illnesses too. People weren't aware of things. And now it's like, yeah, actually more people have that than you think, and it's not a thing. It's just that we have a name for it, and we know how to diagnose it now. Good morning, Exzimmer, and thank you so much for the cheers. Thank you, Opta, for the hypes. I appreciate all that good stuff. Thank you. Oh, and Opta's rating us with a party of 14. Holy moly! First of all, what the heck are you
Wow.
guys doing up at this hour? That would be my first thing. Thank you, Ezzy.
Well, Ezzy never sleeps, so that checks out.
Oh, that explains a lot. That explains a lot, yeah. This was a morning of went to bed. Ezzy says, I'm always streaming at night. Yeah, but Ezzy, it's 6 in the morning. It's not night anymore. It's morning. Yeah, I woke up this morning because the alarm went off, which is the first time in probably a month that I actually slept all the way till the alarm. And waking up going, no, must sleep. Well, Opta, thank you so much for bringing people over. I always appreciate people coming on over. Nice to have
He
folks in
happened
this
to Old
morning.
Lexington. For the
Pardon?
second day in a row, I didn't see him stream.
Anybody know if there's an issue? I know he has taken off time in the past, but I don't know if there's anything going on. I hope he's okay.
Well, his schedule is still up, so I'm just wondering
Yeah,
what
my
the reason
schedule's
is.
still up, but I don't pay
Yeah.
attention to it.
Well, he does. I mean, usually does.
Yeah. Well, maybe he's got technical issues. Maybe he'll need to take a day off and forgot to put it on the schedule.
I can't find archived videos for him either, so
What?
just like there used to be like availability to his streams, like
Yeah,
you could just check the yesterday's stream and so forth. I can't see any archive stuff anymore. On his
that's
channel, which
weird.
is weird. He has some pre-saved stuff, but most of this is just specifically saved things, but
Oh,
not the previous broadcasts. I don't know. I mean, I haven't been there in a while because just like I'm usually busy when he starts to pop in, and you're streaming when I have my lunch, so it's
yeah.
easier for me to pop in there.
Let's see. Let's go down to the videos. I'm looking at his video list. Yeah, I'm not seeing a lot recently for him.
Yeah,
I mean,
it's weird.
well, maybe he's not uploading them, but it should automatically go to upload. And
Unless he like hides them or deletes them, I don't see
I
why would
suppose
they
he
not be there.
could. That's really weird.
But that's unlike him. He always had those before, so I could just catch up from when I had to pop out or something. Especially when they were doing new content and I couldn't get an update or something, and he already did it.
I wonder if he uploads to YouTube like I do. Let's see.
I don't know.
A second.
I mean, he had a YouTube channel, but I think it was just an archive, so I think he
Yeah,
should.
that's basically all mine is, well, for the moment there's stuff coming. If I ever get some time to go do that. Let's see, there's Alt Lexington. Nope, his last upload to YouTube was a month ago.
That's weird. I mean, I've
Is.
seen him in the game before. I mean, after that last month, but that's weird.
Well, we'll be out of commercial in a second here. Maybe somebody's got an answer about him. That's weird. That's not good. I don't like it when people disappear. Though I certainly understand, when you need to take a break from this because
Yeah, I understand the break. That's fine. I just find
like
it weird for him
last night,
specifically.
Tuesday night's usually pretty busy in game. Last night, nobody was in game. It was so quiet.
Yeah, there's an event in another game I'm playing, so yesterday evening I didn't touch that at all.
Well, yeah, but a lot of times you're like, Lexer
Well, we
says
don't.
maybe
He
ask
lives.
relatives to check if they're okay. I don't know who any of his
As far
relatives
as I
are.
know, he lives alone, and none of his relatives actually are in touch with anyone from his streams. So that'd
So
be kind of hard.
I will relay something that happened a couple of weeks ago here in game. And the commercial's over. So, if you lost us during the commercial there, Lexers was asking, da, 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 maybe ask relatives of Alt Lexington to check if they're okay, if anybody knows any of his relatives or knows how to reach out to them. But I was chatting with somebody in game, and I won't go into any details, but basically he left me a final goodbye note,
Oh,
which is not what I wanted to see. And I was
yeah.
absolutely perplexed about what to do because my mind just kind of froze. And Dante suggested reach out to Game, tell them what's happening, and see if they can, because they would be able to track more about the person than I could. I just know he was someplace in the U.S., but I don't know a name, I don't know a town, didn't know anything. So Dante suggested reach out to the Game, tell them what happened, and see if they can track down who this person is, and maybe ask the police to do a wellness check.
Do they? Would they do that?
Yeah, police will do a wellness check, absolutely.
No, I mean the police that the game.
They have the option to do it. If they're suspecting something's up, they might be able to ask the police. The police wouldn't be obliged to give them any information, so it's a
There's
one-way
some action taken. Yeah.
thing. Yeah, they could try and initiate. I don't know if they did, because they could not come back to me with any information that's private and can't do that kind of stuff. The
Yeah. Yeah.
studio wouldn't relay the message. They might.
Yeah.
They might, because it's
I mean, back to us, but
no, they won't bring it back to us. Absolutely not. But they might be able to send the information on to the cops. I do know when Ed passed away that I realized he was missing, and somebody in Germany realized he was missing, but they couldn't do anything directly, so they had to reach out to his sister in England, who called the cops in Germany. I believe that's how the chain went. And then they did a wellness check, and Ed had passed. I mean, if somebody had done something stupid, we'll leave it at that. And you could do something, you would think they might reach out to try and help out.
Yeah, more times than not, actually. If you want to do it and you're determined, you just do it.
Yeah.
You don't actually say goodbyes. People more often will say goodbyes in terms of like, this is my last call for help.
Yeah. Oh,
Because I feel so desperate, but this is still an attempt to reach out in some way.
yeah. My a friend who did something stupid to himself was reaching out to us and would send us phone calls every day. We didn't know how bad it was, and then one day I just didn't pick up, and the next day I got the notification that he had gone to the forest preserve and stopped doing anything ever. I'm trying to dance around that one so YouTube doesn't ban us or anything. But yeah, that was bad. My son's friend did the same thing, would reach out for help, and the one day that nobody picked up that call, he just said, that's enough. But you don't know how desperate people are, or how lonely and how hurt they are. Even when they're reaching out to you on a daily basis, because they're saying, oh, I just wanted to shoot the breeze about what's going to be in class tomorrow, or so-and-so little Susie got a B plus on her math test. And somewhere in there is a need for help, and they just can't say it. So they dance around it in terms that they can handle. It gets back kind of,
Pretty
Chris,
much.
to what we were saying earlier about things used to be just as common as they are now, but we have a better way of handling them now, or observing them, diagnosing them, and hopefully addressing things. Because when you're desperate for help, sometimes you don't know how to vocalize it, how to put that request out there, because it's so stigmatized.
In mental health, especially with men and guys in general, still in many countries and many regions, it's just like, oh, we don't talk about this.
Yeah.
It's like, why? Like, for instance, Japan is a terrible place right now because their mental health is absolutely abysmal, and that's population-wide.
Yeah.
People don't have children. People actually don't have relationships because they don't talk to each other. They have restaurants where you go to a restaurant where you don't interact with a human.
Yeah.
You only see a pair of hands handling you the food. You don't even see a person coming up to your table because there is no table. Because you sit in a box. And as far as an introvert, that might sound appealing in general. I would feel very, very heavy when it comes to like non-interaction with humans at all. Like I
But
might be introverted as much as I like, but at the end of the day, at least, I have a few people that, see me on a daily basis because I walk my dog, and even that kind of interaction is nice to have, even if it's just like 5 minutes of a conversation or it's like passing,
I mean,
but it's still pleasant.
I'm as introverted as the next person. I deal with the world through this headset and through Star Trek Online. But even
Yeah,
I occasionally like to see other human beings. Not very often, bear in
yeah,
mind, but occasionally. But
yeah,
you do get into the loop of your dealing with the world on your own. And so then you begin to
yeah,
think you can only deal with the world on your own.
yeah,
Which is like yesterday, I was having a really rough day. Son came over and he's like, "Do you want me to do this for you?" "No, I can do it myself." "Will you do it for yourself?" "No." He goes, "Then I'm going to do this for you." It was a really small ask, but I'm stuck in that loop of analysis paralysis. Too much to do, can't handle it, can't ask for help, and you just start cycling. So, folks, if you got a problem, and you know you have a problem, there's other people out there who might be willing to help you, or can help you, or can point you in directions, or might be even to do like this minimal thing that my son's going to do for me, which is reaching out to somebody I need to talk to but don't want to talk to them because I'm embarrassed. And sometimes that's it. Oh my God, the embarrassment sometimes. Lectures, you're welcome to disagree. That's the cool thing. You can have your own opinion and have different thoughts and approaches, and share them because we might all get better. Then again, you have to kind of be wary, at least in the States. Each state's different. If you tell somebody something, they might be a mandated reporter. They might have to go to the cops or to the police or whoever about getting you some help, whether you want it or not. And then sometimes that means a mandatory 72-hour psych hold where they can make you take drugs. So people have to dance on that one. When you're desperate for help, you're not getting any. Not always, but frequently. Hi, Zimmer. But every place is different, so, sometimes you have friends who can help you, sometimes we don't have friends who can help us. Chris, I'm going to cue us up for guillotine. And I forgot what you said you have to do today. We will? Maybe. But we can continue on with this heavy discussion. So what did you say you had today?
Terran ships, 30 of them, wherever, and 2 Iconian TFOs.
Ugh.
Yeah, no. I mean, they can just do a Herald, and I can do a Herald Gateway again later on.
Okay.
So.
Yeah.
I mean, Gateway to Grether, I mean. No rush, no biggie. Unfortunately, I just did my kinetic damage, but it was the lowest amount. So I would have done it by a single salvo.
Yeah, 50,000, boom, done.
Yeah, it was just like, oops, gone. Funny enough, I even fire a single salvo and I get the 500,000. Because I use
Did you say you need to do the daily too?
Yeah, I do have to do it.
Fine, we can get those 3 in here. Providing that guillotine ever launches.
Yeah, it's taking a while to launch after
It is.
popping.
By the way, we queued for Dranur Beach Assault yesterday during the show.
You?
It took forever to launch. I don't know that we did launch during the show. I did get one done yesterday, which is all I cared about. I had a tune who needed some colony resources. But wow, that one was slow last night. Let's see what we've got going on here. What has the Armada got going? Dipships? Let's go look at the dipships. Hey, is anybody going to the Chicago convention? The Star Trek convention in November? Yeah, we can fill that.
Seeing Laurie put crickets on.
Yeah. Well, admittedly, most of the people on at this hour of the morning are not from the Midwest. I know JB and Crastix and a few others live very close, so I was wondering if maybe they were going.
Oh, shut up, you echoing weirdo. Like, listen to their multiplied voices. No, that should have really got me to an idea that they are some sort of a Borg version, because their voice is also multiplied like the Borg, just in a
Mm-hmm.
different way.
Good point. I do wish this was a shorter beginning. Xismer,
My
sometimes...
briefing felt abysmal.
Yeah, I'm going to jump back up here. Lexer says, let's just say I could win that saddest brownie from Nothing Hill if I trauma dumped. My point is that most of the time the help they can get you is the antithesis of help. Even if sometimes the actual help they need would be a thumbs up or a nudge forward, they won't. Okay, I'm not going to disagree with that. And Xismer says, sometimes it's like a window. A window, the world looks different on the other side of the glass because our view is from inside looking out. Once you walk out and feel that sun and air, for me, I have a love of nature. And for me, going out is like, I know this will sound weird, but walking the grass in the rain with no shoes on. Actually, Xismer, that is one of the things that a lot of therapists encourage a lot. It's like, get out, go out, walk outside, trees, air, grass.
I mean, vitamin D.
Vitamin D, yeah. But when I was going through some really bad times, my therapist was like, yeah, even if it's just walk the dogs, because you're a person who needs to justify everything you do with a function. So go walk the dogs outside for at least 10 minutes or 15 minutes or an hour or whatever. And it does help. For me, for you, obviously. It doesn't work for everybody. Guess we should do that Borg cube.
Yeah, it's done.
What I find interesting about therapy, though, is it's so individualized. Everybody has such a different approach, and it's not always the approach that works for you.
It's a matter of finding the therapist who actually vibes with you correctly.
Yeah.
Like, they understand and they know what's gonna work with you. But that comes in time. I don't think they can figure that one out from like
Oh.
1 or 2 sessions. They need to like talk to you, find out, gauge what sort of person you are, what kind of
And
stuff
what
you're carrying
kind
when
of
you.
therapy works for you. I'll do a parallel with my trainer that I train with for weightlifting. I had a great trainer when I first started doing it. He was great. He got me interested, got me enthusiastic. I was really enjoying it. But I was 8 months in and realized we weren't making progress because he was very accommodating to what I said, needed, things like that. And he moved to a different state, and while I still see him once in a while for training, I wound up having a different trainer here, and she's very sympathetic, very empathetic. She listens to what I say, and then she's like, yeah, but we're still doing this. You know, holds your feet to the fire and says, no, that's great, but you're not going to get what you want if you do it that way. So she's a little bit rougher in terms of, she's not unkind, but she's not going to let me get away with doing things the way I want to.
Fine.
Yeah, so I'm making a little more progress with her. I apparently am on 3. So I think it's the same way with any kind of therapy. There are people who vibe with you and people who vibe with you but actually get something done.
Yeah. Oh, I wanted to change a trait and now I can't because I'm in the middle of combat. I realized that my trait is wrong.
Just realized
Just
I was on
one,
the wrong
but-
angle there.
But this needs to go Turns out Streak Breaker is a crappy trait in the game.
I decided I needed to get the Trafalgar to give to somebody who was asking for the Trafalgar. So I started opening boxes last night.
You have the Trafalgar?
No, I don't.
Oh.
But somebody else wanted it, and I'm like, I've got a couple hundred keys and a couple thousand boxes. I could open up stuff.
I kind of want the Omega now. It's not in the game yet, but I kind of want to like save up for it.
Well, I thought I'd open a few keys every day. Open a few boxes every day. And see if I could get that for them, since they have a birthday coming up. And I'm sure they'd enjoy it.
4 is complete. 3 is complete.
Oh.
2 is
I'll
on its
take
way.
these out here. Didn't even realize it was rainbowing over my head there. Take these ships out.
Strange, it didn't turn you gay immediately? I mean, oh, sorry, that's the wrong rainbow.
Say that again.
Didn't make you gay?
So rainbows
Well,
make you
rainbow,
gay
you know.
now?
Well, according to the right wing here in Poland, apparently rainbow turns you gay, so they're erasing rainbows from, like...
They make you
Everywhere
gay.
in the
That's an interesting approach. So... I don't mean to be offensive here, but if the rainbow is a sign of God's love, then doesn't that mean that he wants you to be gay?
Well, no, because it's only like in 20th century that LGBT movements started to be associated with the rainbow.
Yeah, that's true. I'm just poking fun, folks. I honestly do not care what your sexuality is, as long as it works for you.
Just making fun, honestly. I don't really care. I don't really associate myself with the rainbow colors with myself, because I don't know. I don't need to label myself in any way. But,
well, weirdly
yeah,
enough, around here, most of the rainbow colors are associated with, like kids and growing up and things in the sky and flowers and stuff like that.
There is a
mostly
assimilator running away.
Yeah, I'm over there. I'm pew-pewing my heart out at it.
Ah, there you go. Phew. Not before time. Oh, I meant the one that was a bit forward.
I'm getting this one over by 1. And there's one over by 2 and 3.
There was one by 1 that was escaping.
And I got that one. But the one by 2 and 3 I don't have because I need to go defend. Well, oh, you're over there. I'll go over and try and get this one over here then.
Single beam overload. And they're done. I love it. I love how they vaporize.
Apparently I got my 30 Borg ships. Who'd have thunk?
Well, duh.
Simulators do not like the flame of the dragon's breath or whatever that weapon is.
You don't?
No, they kind of get all cooked and weird. I'm gonna die if I don't get out of here really quick. Nope, I died. But I was trying to kill these simulators.
We're missing one person in the team.
Oh, that would explain a lot. My mouse is being a little weird today. I was doing that last night too. What have I got left? I've got this one left. Okay, that's
Is it a
5.
wireless mouse or on the cable?
No, it's on a cable. But I noticed it last night. It's just a little slow.
Does it have a DPI toggle?
Like seriously, I'm gonna. I think there's something going on with my life. Everything's a little slow. I've been just putting it to sleep at night, so maybe I will shut it down and do a full restart this morning. Let's see where we're going. I'll take this one over here. I've got one of the assimilators over here. And lectures, I promise I'll come back and read that in just a minute. Come on. Don't die, ship. There we go. Did we get... Oh, there's another simulator over there. Wonder who we lost. And I died again. Well, while I'm dead... Well, there's also a halo effect to therapy. Based on your sex and ethnicity, the therapist typically has you checkboxed into a corner, as therapists are bound to use their professional order material. As such, once you're caught in a corner, game over, their mind is set, and they will forward their finding on to the next therapist, and so on, meaning you'll be wasting your time from this point on, disregarding whether you need help or not. Maybe. Maybe.
It's a possibility, but that can happen with any kind of doctor.
Yeah,
so
that's... So a lot of therapists here in the U.S. are independent of a medical system. Mine does not go through a medical system. I pay for it out of pocket. So unless I tell the next therapist that I've been working with a previous therapist, they wouldn't know. Versus if I go, let's say, to the doctor, where it's going to be easier for them to track who I saw last and what therapies were used, blah, 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 because that's more interconnected. And it's very difficult to hide information from one to the next. But that doesn't mean it's not a valid point. And I'll get back to it again once we're done with these cubes. Die, cube. Die. Down, let's go get that other one. There's another simulator? Holy moly. There's more simulators here, but we got the 6. So I don't care.
There's a lot of simulators in this one. More than usually, I think.
Yep, that's what I think. But I think we can ignore them and just get these cubes out so we can get done with this.
The cubes is still at full power.
Let's see. Lexer says, well, most words are polysemic, so gay in that context doesn't exactly mean the same thing one thinks when we hear the phrase, that's gay. True. I mean, a lot of people use the phrase, that's gay, as a pejorative, meaning it's whatever. And then there's also the thing, oh, that's totally gay, meaning it's totally awesome. So even within a region, you know, how people interpret things, sometimes you have to sit there and go, what do you mean? When you say that, what do you mean? Because I mean something
Even
different.
the British can say that they're feeling queer, and that doesn't mean that they feel gay, they just feel under the weather.
Yeah. Or off kilter, yeah. No, words are like that. Thank you. Good observation, Lexers. Exmar, one thing I would love to do is walk barefoot in the rain and the moonlight in a field of moss. I bet that would feel awesome. Yep. Lexer says that's a heck of a way to catch an nasty fungi. Yeah, but maybe he is a totally fun guy. Well, here you have to actively be removed from the Ministry of Health Big Brother. But even then, it's a small world and they all know each other and routinely are on a first-name basis with one another. Exismer says gay used to mean happy. Gay also used to mean gay. Very interesting. I found that out recently. Gay meaning homosexual dates back to the 1600s. But it also doesn't. For example, Q-tips. For those of you who know what Q-tips are here in the States, which are cotton swabs, used to be called baby gays because you could tickle babies with them. And they got renamed to Q-tips, meaning quality tips at some point. So therapists in the U.S., well, in each state, they're licensed in a state. They do not necessarily work for any government agencies. They still have to follow protocols from the state, like mandated reporting. If you say that you are actively thinking about causing permanent self-harm, trying to dance on that word, they do need to contact the authorities. They are required. If they know other things, or if you reveal other things, they have certain mandated things. However, if I go to a new therapist, let's say I'm going through, there's a couple of online services. We'll call one BetterHelp and one Better Living. If I'm using BetterHelp and I go to Better Living, they are not allowed to reach back to the other ones unless I give them permission. In fact, they don't even have to know I ever saw these other people. And BetterHelp cannot share that information because it's a violation of HIPAA. Always gets to be fun. Unaliving is also a term used on social media. Thank you very much. I appreciate that one.
I mean, I like that term because it's neutral.
Self-termination, yeah. I bought a can of Special Brew. It tastes so nasty it caused a permanent memory. That's interesting. Woo. Yeah. Ooh, that's not good. Hold on. We have dailies. I will cue us up. Do you want to do the mini episode? Or do you want to do the TFO?
TFO, I think. I don't want to go anywhere.
Okay. And I presume we want to do bestly... No, shared piece. There we go. Weeboo?
There we go. Shattered piece, Weeboo in progress.
Yeah, some things that are sensory overloads stay with us for a long time. I would imagine something that tastes nasty would stick with you in your brain for a long time.
There are things like that, yeah.
Childbirth. You know, you think, oh, they tell you that once you've been through it and you've had the baby, you forget about the pain. And then every now and then you'll get memories of it going, nope, not doing that again. That's in my brain forever. It wasn't that bad, but I'm not doing that again, obviously.
I mean...
I was trying to convince my husband that we needed a second child at one point, and then I had a dream of exactly how much fun childbirth was, and that was the end of that. He did not want more kids.
Your subconscious was like, no, you're not doing that.
Yeah. Yeah, and, well, he was going through chemo at that point, so it probably would have been a really bad idea. Oops, you know, it probably works better if I fix my ship before we go on. There we go. And we have 5 people this time, yay. Oh, well, how interesting. Didn't realize they had that line there.
Here.
I remember getting run over at 6 and getting a broken leg, but I can't remember what I had for dinner last Thursday. Some things are more important to your brain to reserve.
My brain reserves only the irrelevant. The relevant stuff, especially work-related. Ooh, I forgot about this, and I did this yesterday.
Yeah, this is why I have notepads.
Honestly.
So you guys don't see this, but I have always got a notebook or a pad of paper right here. Because guess what? I forget everything. A lot. And what I had for dinner last Thursday would probably be chicken, because I always eat chicken. And I was doing a live stream, so it was probably teriyaki chicken, because I do that a lot. Hey, speaking of the evening live stream, since some of you guys are there, I've been doing 5 till 8 p.m. And I thought that would be better, more people would be in it, but the reality is it's still only 2 o'clock over on the West Coast, so we don't get a lot of people. I'm thinking of shifting back to either 6 to 8 or 6 to 9, and I'd love some input, or maybe 7 to 9.
That would be even less probable for me to pop in, but...
Yeah, but you and I can always play, you know. You can just drop me a message. Just because I'm not streaming doesn't mean we can't play. Pardon?
When I did a few times last time, you were always doing something, so I don't know.
Yeah, but at least I appreciate you reaching out. Sometimes I'm just sitting here at the computer watching Electric Callboy doing whatever new music they've got going. Or last night I'm just doom scrolling because I didn't want to go to bed. I dumped all the games off my phone thinking we were getting new phones yesterday, which we did not get new phones yesterday.
What happened?
My son said, Ed, do you need a new phone? No. He goes, fine, I'm just going to go change the contract then and drop one of the lines. I was like, oh, well, that's easy. Because he can do that all with the phone call. Because there's nothing more fun than sitting in the phone store for like 6 hours while they try and program new phones for you, while dealing with other customers and dealing with issues. If we can do it with
Either fun game recommendation for the
no,
phone?
yeah, oh sure, yeah,
Mini
yeah.
Metro.
What is it?
Mini Metro.
Mini Metro. What is it?
You basically design a metro system, but
Oh,
it's simplistic. It looks like a metro plan. You
okay.
see those little wagons driving around and dropping off passengers and picking up them. You need to make it efficient. It has a free play mode and it has like restrictions mode, so you have to maintain it for a period of time as the city grows around it, above it. It has the most minimalistic style, so it's just a white plain background and just you see the lines and you drag and drop them. You connect them. You add lines, you add train cars, and that's basically it. You just need to make sure that they have stations in the right places and they intersect well enough. It's fun because it's easy, but it's so addictive.
Well, I was playing a game which was just a numbers game, very addictive, and somehow it decided that it was done, and it stopped. And I'm like, well, that's not fun. I'd gotten up to like 400 million points or something.
They
I
didn't have
bet they're
further
worth
levels
anything.
for it.
Oh no, it had further levels. It decided though, yeah, you're done. I'm sure it was a glitch, but that was it. Fine. Do you want me to stop playing? I'll stop playing.
One of the most fun, logical games I've played is probably the Lara Croft Go. Because you have to think ahead. It's kind of like chess, but with Tomb Raider twist on it.
Hmm.
It's very simplistic graphics, and it's a swipe motion, so you just swipe it on your phone. But you generally just need to make your way through stages, and those stages require you to think ahead, because sometimes you'll activate a trap that will block you, or you will encounter an enemy that will eat you, so you have to outmaneuver the enemy. But you have one move and the enemy has one move, so you move and then they stop until you move next. So it kind of feels like chess.
Okay, that actually sounds kind of fun.
It is very fun. It's very high praise just in general in gaming, not only like the Tomb Raider fans, but it's just like in general, it is a fun, logical game. I think it's one of the unique gems outside in gaming. And I don't do a lot of gaming on mobile because I just think mobile phones aren't designed for that. But there's little few diversions I still have on my phone because I find them funny and entertaining and addictive enough that you want to keep playing them, and
Yep,
they don't feel brainless.
that's it. They can be super addictive.
I don't like those gem games where you have to like swipe and make sure you find lines.
Oh, those are
There's too
heroin games
much
for me.
clutter. There's too much clutter in those games. They just don't focus on the gems. You have to have like an entire interface to be glowing and flashing, and like there has to be
Yeah,
movement. And I'm like, no, no, thank you.
I just want to do my little thing.
Yeah, yeah. And Mini Metro and Lara Croft Go are my go-tos when it comes to mobile, and I don't have anything with me that is entertaining enough to take my time, and I don't want to go on TikTok again because that ends up in a doom scrolling.
Come on, why can't I catch these two ships? Am I running parallel to them? I am.
Although I don't mind the rabbit hole of TikTok mermaids, people doing mermaids in real life.
I will come back to chat in a moment once we're out of here.
Nah, you should be allowed to change your therapist.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
If they're denying you, you leave the clinic and never come back.
Yeah, but so it looks like, if I'm reading this right from Lexers, he's using healthcare that is through the government or through insurance companies, something like that, where they do share information. And I pay for mine out of pocket.
Yeah, well, you should have the right to change your therapist.
Yeah.
If you feel like they're not helping you and they're not exactly moving, there's not much progress, you should be able to change them.
Yeah.
And there's justification, or you're not allowed to shop around. This isn't shopping around. I need help, and I'm seeing that this isn't helping. This isn't moving forward. So
psychotherapy is medical practice, yes, but the thing that people don't recognize as much as they do with body medicine is that not every therapy works for every person the same way. And that's actually true in medical, body stuff as well as brain stuff, and I'm going to differentiate the two. We respond differently, which is why chemo might work for somebody on certain diseases, but not on everybody. Radiation works for some, but not everyone. It's not that it's ineffective, it just doesn't work with your body, because we're all so different. Yeah, 7, don't worry about it. We got everything pew-pewed. I don't think there's anything left up here. All done. All right, Lexer says, here, in theory, all such communications should require a consent form, and they do require a consent form to transfer written document, but I was being followed by a charlatan for such issues, and that charlatan was causing more harm than good. Took me 2 years of jumping hoops, and I ended up with a different charlatan. 30 seconds into the initial meeting, he said, look, you refused to sign the consent form, but I've known blah blah for 20 years. My request for a different therapist was denied on the basis we aren't allowed to shop around. Yep. That totally sucks. Let's see, Xizmer says, I was on the Mutara stream the other day and won 0, so I thought I didn't win anything, but I just got sent a duty officer called 0.
From Prodigy.
Pardon?
I think. Isn't 0 from Prodigy?
I don't know. It can't be a binary. That would be 0, 0, 0, 0, 0, 0, 0, 0. Where are we at? 6:48. So that's the daily out of there. Let's do...
Yeah, 0 is the con officer Medusan species from Prodigy.
Oh, okay.
So 0 isn't exactly binary, it's from Prodigy.
Is Gateway okay with you for one of your Iconians? Or would you
Sure.
rather do Jupiter Eratus?
I'd rather do Jupiter Uranus, to be honest.
Oh, that's fine. I'm totally good with Jupiter. Weeboo?
No, we got the wee-woo.
Yep.
Nice.
'Twas meant to be.
'Twas.
Yes.
I like that.
So it's another gym day today, and Monday was an arm day, and Sunday was a leg day, and everything hurts today.
Oh, there's also maintenance today, so at least you will have time to recover after your gym or after gym.
And then I have class tonight, maybe if I go out to it. And then tomorrow is physical therapy day.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah. The physical therapy is now down to once every 5 weeks, and it's maintenance, but oh my god, it hurts so much. But it does help.
Yeah, sometimes pain is helping.
Yeah. So the number one reason I've been going through all of this is I sit in this chair playing video games too much, and it's really screwing up my back and my legs. I'm like, I need a different chair. And the therapist says, you need to get out of your chair and go do stuff. Bleh, I like sitting in my chair. Getting older sometimes sucks, folks. The dogs, on the other hand, love it. It's like, yes, we get to go for a walk. Well, maybe, Chris. Hang on. I'll do that. We've got 20 seconds. Not really. It's largely covered by public system. There's officially privacy laws, but those are largely ignored. They have you sign a consent form for every single bazooka joke papers you need for whatever reason. But next thing you know, they make a few phone calls and can name every single therapist and such you ever met, and they can never tell you about people whose very existence slipped out of your memory. Yep, that's a crummy medical system.
It's awful.
But when you get into a system, that happens. Hence the I pay for stuff out of pocket and can go private. But I will admit that is a privilege to be able to afford it out of pocket.
Yeah, generally, yeah. I tried to research how much would it be if I wanted to get myself diagnosed for ADHD properly,
Mm-hmm.
the right way, and I have to go privately because it's not something easily accessible from the public
Yeah.
health system.
It's expensive,
I
isn't
haven't
it?
found, and no, it's not expensive,
Oh.
but just we don't have clinics for it that are dedicated to ADHD research for in adults, which is
Wow.
one thing. And most therapists will just disregard it, and the proper therapists that are looking after it are just private, and going there privately would be equivalent of like 1/4 of my salary monthly. I've
Wow.
got pays bills to pay and mortgage to
Oh.
pay off and dog to feed, so that ain't happening anytime soon.
Yeah. I won't tell you how much my therapist cost, but it's not cheap. And the thing
Yeah,
is, he was
obviously.
a very nice person, but a little too accommodating. I need somebody who's a little bit more hold your feet to the fire and
Well, you know
make me
what to
work for it.
expect, and you know what works with you better,
Yeah.
so that's fine. Alpha is being abandoned, so I'm just gonna go over there.
Exismer says, I'm getting arthritis. I have it in my toes, ankles, and sometimes my hands. Yeah.
I'm starting to fear that I'm starting to develop arthritis, and I don't think I'm old enough to get it.
Oh, yeah. So there's so many different kinds of arthritis. There's autoimmune, where it's your own body attacking you. Very common for people, but generally, you're right, it tends to show up older. Then there's me who did martial arts for so long, I just screwed up all of my joints a lot. And everything hurts these days. I'm just going to go stay over at Gamma, since it looks
You're
like
at
everybody's
Alpha at the
flying
moment.
around.
Yeah, I'll cover Alpha
Okay.
and Jupiter in case.
Well, there's 5 of us here. I think we got enough.
Well, everyone clumped up on Beta for whatever reason, so like there's literally no one looking after Jupiter, no one looking after the other points.
Well, I was over here at Gamma, and then it looked like Beta needed help, so I ran over there, and then I realized nobody stayed over here. So I'm back here. I'll just stay here and look pretty.
Thank goodness I brought Discovery with me. I mean, the Crossfield. Still, one of my more fun, versatile ships. They're actually giving it out, it's in a Mother Bundle that launched yesterday, I want to say?
Oh, we have a new bundle? Did I
Yeah.
just completely miss that?
Yep.
Wow, I didn't see
No,
anything about it.
well, they posted it on Twitter.
Yeah, well, I have to go look for Twitter because nothing tells me there's anything on Twitter, and so it's just kind of like,
You have a channel in your Discord that reports and posts from STO.
Does it really?
You do.
Wow. Well, there you go. I did not see that there was a 10 forward yesterday. I did go looking for it. I set my phone up to remind me.
Don't
And
think there was.
Okay.
Don't think they posted anything, but it's in the Federation News Network, so every time Star Trek Online posts on Twitter, you have a report there.
So it does, doesn't it? Wow, you learn something new every day. Pi obviously set up a lot of the stuff.
I think,
Mudd is
yeah,
bringing his Masters of Science Choice Pack, which includes 3 science ships on the market today. Okay.
Yeah, one of them is Crossfield, the other one is Bastille Vath ship, which is a Lobby ship, but I don't know why they brought it in the
Yeah, I'm not going to pay
bundle
money
outside
for a
of
Lobby ship. Unless it's really
I mean,
nice.
it's a account on the log, but still, it doesn't make any sense why it's been there. Especially, it's every time they have a sale on Lobby, you can get it easy. So I don't get it. I don't remember what's the other one. Is it the Crenham ship?
Ugh, I have those. Unless it's a new Crenham ship.
No, it's not.
I don't know why I didn't hit that close rift button. I'm flying around, I'm seeing the button and just not hitting it. Doit. Not enough coffee in my body. Hey, Zismer, if you really think you're getting arthritis, go see a rheumatologist, I think they are. Because a lot of times that's something, if you go after it early, you can get it addressed, and especially if it's, overuse of a joint. So I'm at the gym, I'm doing a squat, and my knees crack. Horrible popping sound. And my trainer's like, oh my God, are you okay? I'm like, yeah, no. I've done that since I was like 7. It's just extra carbon dioxide dissolved in the synovial fluid, which under a lack of pressure then pops out. And she's like, huh? That's what it is for me. It's not joint damage or anything. It's just really noisy. But it did ruin my dating life. When I was like 16, I'd come home at 2 in the morning. I'd take the first step on the stairs, and you could hear my knees cracking. My dad would wake up and go, it's 2 a.m. Yeah, yeah. Not that I was doing anything.
Sold by your joints.
Yeah. And we were in this little band, and we'd go out and we'd do performances at bars, even though we shouldn't have been doing performances at bars when you're 16, because that's a no-no. And you're supposed to be in by like 10 or midnight, and we'd be out till like 1, and then whatever his name was, Brad, Scott, Tom, Tyler, I can't remember, Todd, his name was Todd. He was the only one of us who drove, and he'd have to drive all of us home, and get all the gear out of the car. So that meant we'd get home at 2 in the morning. But you know, I'm 16. I got a job. Should be happy, Dad. Oops. Well, that was weird. Okay. Where are you going? Where are you going, Tilly? Yes, thank you. We know to take them out first.
He just for once not saying anything, my goodness. Like, we have eyes, thank you so much.
Hey, could we pay a little extra money, you know, throw a little Zen into the pot every thing to get the dialogue killed?
I know. We'll try what we want, Killy. Don't tell us what we can and cannot do.
Got an ad coming in here in a few seconds, folks. Yep, chicken.
You hear the clucking?
Yeah, you thought that was my keyboard, but it's her clucking.
Yep.
Oh. Lexer says, welcome to Canada. Jail's right over there. No, thanks. I've been to Canada for like 30 minutes. It's a long story. But, it was fine. But I'm good, thanks. My son and his roomie want to go back and have a weekend fishing trip, but right now it's so difficult to do that. So I'm like, yeah, maybe next year. My son and my husband used to go up to Canada to go fishing. And after my husband passed, my son's been like, yeah, we should do that. Okay, ad is running, so we'll let the ad run through. Then we'll do a log out here. So, Chris, what time is it there right now?
59 p.m.
Okay. So I'm thinking, since you don't get to play with us in the evening, maybe I do 2 evening shows a week and 1 afternoon show on a day that works for you.
You don't have to accommodate my time zone.
I absolutely do. I absolutely do. Sure I do. I mean, I accommodate time zones here. I can accommodate a time zone there. And a couple other people mentioned an afternoon show isn't bad for them either. Who was it? It was Satalia. Because when we did Riza, we did a week of afternoon shows, and she liked that and was like, could we do that more often?
Yeah, it did give me an opportunity to pop in. I remember that.
So what, in your time frame, would be a good time? Yep, Lexers, I'm going to log out of here in a few minutes. I'm just going to wait for the commercials to run so we can say ta-ta to everybody. Well, think about it and let me know, and I will look at my schedule and see if we could do an afternoon. Because maybe an afternoon and 2 evenings we will do, and then either a new game every week, a new Star Trek game, or a movie every week, so we can alternate stuff. I don't remember what our movie's going to be for this week. I do remember it's bad. But while we're sitting here, let's look at Mud's Market. There's something of death and...
I don't know if they've announced it or is it already in the game. I just saw the post. I don't know if it's already in.
Okay, I'm looking at Mud's Market. I'm not seeing anything.
No, I don't think
new?
it's in yet.
Okay, that would explain why I just wasn't seeing it.
Yeah, they just posted. I'm gonna read the thing because I don't remember whether it said about anything about the date or. It says today. It was posted yesterday.
Into his PC Market
October
today.
14th. Yeah.
That's yesterday.
Oh, it's because the maintenance didn't happen yesterday.
Oh, okay.
From 10:15 after maintenance until 21st of 10, so it's gonna start today. They're
Okay.
The moving of the maintenance was probably last minute, and they didn't accommodate it in the blog post.
Got it.
But it already, I mean, in the title, because it says like from today, but then it says 10:15 after maintenance until.
So that
21st.
might be a typo, or they just delayed it all for the maintenance. So okay.
I
that
think the
makes
posts
some sense.
on Twitter are automated, so I don't think anyone actually
Yeah,
can edit them afterwards.
that
I
happens.
think you have like 5 minutes to like maybe 15 minutes to update it or something like it.
Okay, that makes sense.
Let's see what it has. Crossfield, Spearhead, Voth Bastille, and Kren Manorax. Yeah, I thought there was a Krenim ship.
Yeah, and the
150
Anorex is
metrics.
either out
Wow.
of an event or out of a mission, so I already have that one on
No,
most
Krenim
of them.
Manorax is a logbox ship.
Is it? I have one.
Yeah.
It's
Well,
got...
then you must have opened. You might have been the event ship, the meta event, because that's where you can claim it now.
Or somebody gave
But
it to me at some point.
someone gave it to you. It's definitely not an event ship. It was
Okay.
given out in a lockbox, and currently it's Infinity, but I think originally came in some sort of
Yeah, there was a Krenim box at one
lockbox.
time. Which I
Platinum
probably
one.
still
Yeah,
have.
yeah.
Okay, no
Now
show
it's an
tonight
Infinity.
because I'm planning to go to class. If I don't go to class, I'm going to work on the project for Dante, so definitely no shows tonight. I probably should go to class because I haven't been there this week. Ugh. We do have maintenance coming up in about 3 hours. Yeah, Xismer says 3 hours away for the server update. It is a short one, a couple hours, not like these 6-hour ones we've had the past 2 weeks. So, everyone, have a wonderful day. Take care of yourselves. Take care of the people around you. Chris, thank you so much for being here. Really appreciate it. And on behalf of everybody here at Moopsy in the Morning, stay Moopsome.
Who are you? We are the knights who say...
Moopsy.
Say.